Hello kids, can you imagine a life without electricity? Can you run your laptop without electricity? Can you use your phone without electricity? So as we can see, there are ample uses of electricity in our daily life. So without electricity, our life is not possible, our work is not feasible. So in today's topic, we are going to discuss about the topic electricity, and the main topic behind electricity is the voltage and the current. What is the basic difference between a voltage and a current, and how they are different from each other, and how they are actually dependent on each other, and what actually a voltmeter does, what actually a ammeter does. In this video we are going to discuss about. Now let's proceed with the topic voltage and current. Now before discussing this voltage and a current, now let me give you a brief introduction about a metal and a wire and how the electrons are embedded on it. Suppose you have a wire, let's say AB wire, and it is of copper. It is of copper and electrons are embedded on it. As we can see, metals have electrons. We are well known about the fact that electrons are present on the metal. So when these electrons are not moving, then we say that they produce static electricity. They produce static electricity. As we can see, we do rubbing in we rub the scale in our hairs and the piece of paper get stick on them. That is an example of static electricity. Another example is rubbing a balloon on your hairs, then hairs become straight. That's also example of static electricity. Now in today's video I'll discuss about current electricity and voltage and current, how they are different from each other. Electrons are present over here. So when electrons will start moving, then the movement of electron in a wire is actually a current. Current is what? Flow of electron. Actually a rate of flow of electron. With time means they move with time. They move from A to B. The movement of electron from one place to another place with respect to time is actually a current. Now the question comes in our mind, how they are moving, what kind of force is driving them to move from A point to B point, what kind of force is that? So that force is actually electromotive force, which is being provided by a battery. Now I will tell you how a battery is providing that kind of force to move a charge or electron from A to B. Suppose I have one wire and electrons are present over here. Electrons are present over here. So when the electrons will move, then it will constitute a electric current. When the electrons will move, then it will constitute an electric current. So how they will move? Suppose I have connected this wire to a battery. Battery means battery will provide some kind of force. Force is being provided by this battery to move this electron ahead. This force will help this electron to move this electron in this wire ahead. Okay, so this kind of force is actually electromotive force. Now to be very clear with this point, let me give you a detailed point of view in this topic. Suppose you have this electron. Now battery is going to push this electron from A to B. Battery is going to push this electron from A to B, means battery is doing some kind of work. Battery is doing some kind of work to push this electron from A to B, means battery is doing some kind of work on this charge. So that work done by battery to the charge is nothing but the voltage. I hope it is clear to you. Means to sum up this topic, I can tell you movement of electron from this point to this point is the current. So how they are moving? Battery is providing some kind of force to this electron to move from this point to this point, right? So means that kind of work, the battery is doing some kind of work in moving a charge from this point to this point, means that work divided by charge. We can relate this example with our real life also. Like you have coaches of a train and there is an engine. Suppose this is an engine. So what this engine is doing? This engine is pulling these all coaches, means the movement of these coaches, let's consider it as electron. The movement of these coaches is a current, right? So the work done by engine over these coaches is actually a voltage. Means voltage is a work done upon charge to move an electron from this point to this point is actually a voltage. Now we know that this battery is doing some kind of work to move this electron from this point to another point. Means at some instant of time the battery will weaken, the battery will become weak. This is the reason why after some use of battery they become dead, because they are doing the work in moving electron from one point to another point, due to which the battery gets down and we have to replace it with another one, right? I hope you are very clear with this point, and I can tell you how voltage and current are measured. Like I can tell you over here, voltage is basically measured by voltmeter, and it has a symbol like you have seen in your practical life. It has V mentioned over here, and we have a needle which indicates the amount of voltage in it. Second, we have ammeter. Ammeter is similar to that of voltmeter. Here we have A written over here. The basic difference between ammeter and voltmeter is ammeter has low resistance and voltmeter has very high resistance, right? And ammeter is always connected in a series, while voltmeter is always connected in a parallel with the resistance. I hope this is very clear to you, all of you. Thank you.